Josh Green here for Tungsten Tales. Delighted to be joined by Damon Heta. Damon, we just spoke there. I mean, first couple of Pro Tours, you've had some good results. You must be really happy with your start to the year.
Yeah, just a steady start, I'd say. I put a bit of time into, straight after the Worlds. I didn't really have too many days off. Just wanted to hit the ground running, you know what I mean?
So you say you use that time in between the Worlds. Lots of players like to put the darts down and take that break from darts, but you were doing the opposite. You were on the practice board, were you?
Yeah, well, the thing was we had that bit of a break, and I would have loved to go on home, but it just wasn't feasible. So the next best thing I had to do was obviously throw darts. I had Ben Robb stay here for he was doing Q school and stuff, so I kept on the board there, keeping sharp, and then they had challenge tour after him and Hopi. So yeah, I just kept that at the board then, and just wanted to make a real good start to the season. And I could say that's pretty steady.
Yeah, definitely steady. I mean, a final and a semi-final is definitely steady. You came up against Joe Cullen just a few days ago, who was red hot throughout the weekend. There was very little many could do to stop him. But when you look at those results at the start of a season, maybe not coming off the best year in 2021, you must be happy.
Yeah, I still feel that I played pretty decent throughout last year. Like I did better than my first year, you know what I mean, or ranking wise. I made most of the TV. I think I only missed out on one TV tournament. Was the Grand Slam, obviously, and it was a bit hard. It was pretty hard to get onto that. I had to leave it to the qualifying days and end up losing out to Brendan Dolan, who averaged like 108 against me. So I reckon I'd done pretty well. Just small stepping stones, you could say. Obviously, I had a lot of chances and create a lot of chances to go further and deeper into the bigger TV tournaments. Obviously, just didn't happen for me. But there's some big learning curves there, and I hope that this year is going to be different, and I will push on and get through to these later stages.
Do you feel like your game's in a really good place now? Because what we've seen over the first couple of weeks has been superb darts, and obviously that practice you had between the Worlds and now is paying off.
Yeah, I think it's obviously it's a process, isn't it? I think the amount of time that I've actually put in for the last couple of years, you could say, has been crazy. I've got like a set routine going and stuff. I went to a couple of local comps just to get that match practice before the Pro Tours, whether that, built a little bit of confidence with, winning games, you could say. Just the practices with people might have helped as well. I'm always focused on the darts, and it's literally what I'm here for. So
yeah. Is it for you, I know you've spoken about it before, but is it for you like a very much a one-track mind kind of thing, tunnel vision? You're completely focused on the job in hand when you're over here, and darts is very much your sole focus?
Yeah, you could say that, but at the same time, I'm always wondering about when I can get home as well. It's obviously a big factor, especially with my wife Megan as well. Like it's probably extra harder for her, I'd say, because she's not the one throwing darts and sort of living that sort of life, you know what I mean? But like I said, we are here mainly for the darts and try and get that out of the way. And I just wish, even the travel abroad just to see the rest of the world as well, that would be great if it was a bit easier. But yeah, It is what it is.
Well, it just seems to be getting more positive anyway. We've got at least some part of a Euro Tour calendar for this year, which is a positive. Pro Tours are back to being weekends rather than 3 or 4 in a row. Does that promote consistency, do you think, especially with the Pro Tours? You've got to be more consistent with it just being weekend.
Yeah, I was one for the blocks. I didn't mind the blocks because then you could have those little bits of break but yeah, you're just there for 4 days, because at the moment it just felt like I packed all my stuff, then you go to the hotel and you play, and then the next day if you're checking out, you're just packing back up and
Yeah.
playing day. Like it feels really quick in and out, and it just like it's over in no time. But then again, like you said, it's every week playing a match. So yeah, I couldn't tell you exactly. I think I can adjust to both. I'd say I'm not like for this one and against that one. I think yeah.
And you mentioned before about going to those local tournaments. Someone that's sort of famed, I guess, for going to those is Simon Whitlock. We see him down in the Portsmouth area, heading everywhere he can to play darts. I mean, for you, is that just about getting that winning feeling when you can't be playing on the pro tour and other PDC tournaments?
Yeah, it's not just like, it is about just the matches, the match practice and that, and then, but it's also just getting out. Meeting new people, just breaking it up a bit. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you do just get stuck in I don't know, in your own little whirlwind of just and you're probably always thinking about darts, or you're not just darts, but like what's happening on the pro tour, and you're probably thinking about, I need to win this, I need to do this to get here and that. But it's just good to get out, and then you're speaking to the people, because they're the ones, they got all their opinions, and they're the ones that come and watch you and support you and stuff. So it's just, I just think it's nice to get out and make new friends and enjoy the dart community, and they're all appreciative. So, you're always going to get the banter and the stick, but if you can just brush that aside and everyone's all happy at the end of the day, then no dramas.
How have you found the dart community over in the UK for the time you've been there? Was it very different to what it's like back in Australia?
Oh, massively. I found that out the first tournament that I went to. There was I think it was nearly 500 people at this tournament, and I was just well overwhelmed. There was 60 odd boards set up, and I was just like, wow, it really blew me back. But we're back home, it's definitely not like that. We're it's a small dart community back home, and with the World Series not been happening the last 2 years, I wonder if it's just taking that little step back, and hopefully going forward it all opens back up again, and it gets a bit more interest in Australia.
You talk about the sort of the fans and everything here. For a player that's playing in the UK and they go to those tournaments and there's 60 boards and there's hundreds of people playing, is that the perfect school of darts, do you think, for people coming and playing in the UK?
Oh, I don't know about a lot of people treating it as a bit of a professional weekend, or someone that wants to better themselves at some of them. I think they're there for a bit of a party scene. So but there are definitely a lot of weekend comps that you might only get the 64 players, and I'm pretty sure most of those 64 are there to actually win the day, and you always get some well-named players out and about, and you get players you don't know that they're smashing in 12 darters against you, and you're like, oh, great. But it's what you're there for, it's what you come for. And I felt, and a lot of them I feel really nervous playing. More nervous than if I was to play on stage at the Ali Pally or something. I feel really nervous because I feel it's personal when you're mixing with these people that you just met and stuff, and it feels like they're just right there on your back, you know what I mean? And they're probably expecting you to probably hit a 9 darter every second leg or something, so you just feel that bit of pressure.
Yeah, is that like having a bit of a target on your back? You walk into that room and everybody sees Damon Heta's walked in, he's a PDC pro, and everybody in that room then wants to beat you on that day and be the man that beats Damon Heta. Yeah,
well, it's great when it's like that, for sure, and that's what you want. I don't really feel like that, except, but then when you do go up to the board, it's them people that they are really expecting you to just wipe the floor all the time. You know what I mean? But you just work on a few things that you need to work on in a match, I guess, and you can do that there rather than on the pro tour. You don't want to stuff around too much on there. You want to stick to what you know. So.
And for you this season, I mean, what are the goals for yourself to keep qualifying for those TV tournaments and hopefully get into those latter stages again?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, the first priority is to keep in the top 16 seeds on as a pro tour. I think if I could do that for the whole year, I'd be pretty stoked with that, because everything else after that, it just takes care of itself. You know what I mean? You pretty much in like nearly everything that anyway. So that's a pretty tall order, is just keep it in the top 16 seed. And then, yeah, obviously when I do make these TV comps, I just keep going that step further, try and go that step further than the previous year. You know what I mean? That's it's a bit of my small goals along the way. So, and then obviously the end goals sort of take care of itself, the main order merit and all that is though. So, yeah.
All right, excellent. Well, we really thank you for your time today, Damon. Really, really appreciate you joining me, and best of luck in the events coming up, and we'll speak soon.
Yeah, magic, mate. Cheers.